What's up, everybody? I wanted to make a video going over my F10 535i. If you've been following along, you know I bought this for $6,500, and so far we've restored it and modified it to my liking. So I wanted to go over all the modifications I've done, kind of give you guys a quick walkthrough of the build, and if you decide to, you can go watch each and every video I've done restoring this car and building this car. And if you're new around here, I make videos about cars, real estate, things like that. So we detail cars, we modify cars, and we just work on them and do maintenance. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and let's dive into the 535i. So I'll try to throw in a little B-roll during these clips, but this is my 535i. Paid $6,500 for it, and we've done some cosmetic stuff, some performance stuff, and then we've done some stuff on the interior and kind of utility of the car. So we'll start with the exterior modifications, and then we'll go to the performance, and then we'll go on to the inside of the car. So first things first is we've done a black kidney grille. We got rid of the OEM ones, and these I got on Alibaba for like 30 or 40 bucks. The other thing that we did was these side markers right here, and then these mirror caps. So the side markers were roughly $30 as well, and these are matte black instead of the chrome ones. The chrome ones that I had on here were peeling, and these have LED lights. These are carbon fiber M5 style mirror caps. They're super easy to install. I have a video installing those, so you could check that out, where I also install the kidney grills and the side markers. But pop off the old ones, pop on the new ones, and it gives it a really nice look. Personally, for me, I don't like diffusers and bumpers and all that stuff. I want my car to really look OEM. I don't want people to know that my car is modified or anything like that. So the other thing that we did was there was a dent right up here. I didn't notice it when I bought it, so I don't know if it happened after or before I bought it, but we used hot glue to pull this dent out, and it came out pretty good. So you can barely see it. It was something that really bothered me, so I'm glad we got that. So you can watch that video if you have any small dents you want to pull out. So some of the other things that we've done to this car are we've debadged the back, so you could see here there's no more 535 here. I just like the cleaner look. And then we've got the backup cam. I'll talk more about that when we get inside the car, but you can't even see it because it integrates into the trunk handle. And then we have done one of my favorite modifications is we get rid of the leash for the gas cap. And so the reason why we do this is if you have it on a leash that connects to the door and you drop it, it hits your fender of your car and scratches up your fender of your car. Versus if you pull it out and you drop it and it hits the ground, I'd much rather have to buy a new gas cap than have to deal with scratches on the fender of my car. So that's why I always get rid of the leash for the gas cap. And then other than that, we've obviously detailed it, washed it, and all that stuff. So we'll go on to the performance mods. So as far as performance mods, this car makes just enough power to get you in a little bit of trouble. It has an N55, which stock comes with about 300 horsepower with a single twin squirrel turbo. This replaced the N54, which is the twin turbo model. But I made a video making this intake, so it's a BMS style intake that I made off of Amazon parts for about 45 bucks. So if you want to watch that video, that'll help you, skip out on spending $200 or $300 on a BMS intake. The other thing, if you have any turbo BMW N54, N55, you want to get rid of the stock charge pipe. They're made of plastic. Replace it with a metal charge pipe. That's for life. You won't have to do that again. And then also we did an intercooler. You can't see it, it's under here. But we did a upgraded intercooler, and then we did catless downpipes. I haven't done any other modifications to the exhaust, but I did a startup at the beginning of the video. You can see it's a little bit more aggressive than stock, but I have considered getting rid of the muffler, but I probably won't since this is my daily driver and I don't want anything too annoying. The other thing that we did was we replaced the water pump and thermostat. On these earlier N55s and N54s, those are notorious for leaving you stranded, so you can watch that video. It's a really easy DIY that I highly recommend doing before you get in trouble. So other than that, that's pretty much it for maintenance and modifications of the engine. So now on the interior is really clean. There's no rips in the driver's seat or anything like that. The only thing was the steering wheel was in really rough shape. It was peeling and it was gross. And as you know, the steering wheels for these cars are super expensive. So instead of replacing the steering wheel, I got a custom cut piece of leather. It was 35, 40 bucks. and then you stitch it over the original and tuck it under the trim, and it came out really good and just really changed the whole driving experience. So I recommend those. So this car has 117,000 miles on it now, but one of the other main modifications I made was a backup camera or reverse camera. So it's OEM style. You just click reverse on your actual gear shift and it automatically goes onto the camera. It has the dynamic steering and everything, so those move with the steering wheel. So highly recommend that. That was about 160 bucks. I have a video installing that. It's very easy. The hardest part is just running the cord from the trunk to the front of the car, and it's OEM style, so it'll sit in your trunk handle and nobody will notice that you have modified the car. So that's kind of the theme of this car. I really want my car to look OEM. I don't like it to look modified. I want things to look stock and clean, and so that's kind of the theme of this whole modification. So if you want to watch any of the detail series, I detail the engine bay, I restore this whole car inside and out, and then we build it. So it's now full bolt-on status with an MHD tune, so I have a stage 2 plus tune on this car. So that gets me to probably 375 or 400 horsepower. Don't really know. I've never taken it on the dyno. Don't really plan to. It's just my daily driver. So if you're interested in a car like this, now they've gone up pretty significantly in price with the used car craze. So something like this would probably go for closer to 10 or 11,000 now. So but highly recommend it. You get best of both worlds. You get a full-size luxury sedan, and you also get the performance of the N55. It's nothing crazy, and I think once you do the water pump and maintenance as far as like valve cover gasket, oil, filter housing gasket, and things like that, these things are pretty bulletproof. They're pretty reliable, a lot more reliable than the N54. So I'd highly recommend it. I love this car. So I'll put in some more B-roll, some more glamour shots to end the video, but that's pretty much it for this. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Mess your brain up. I'm just really trying to show you no love. Say you tired and you need a new love. Use what you got for your lose love. See new things with your views up. Yeah, what you want, new things.